The day I arrived at my tiny Mexican apartment with its mini fridge and no dishwasher, I thought I'd made a huge mistake, but it turned out to be the best education I never knew I needed. When I moved to Mexico to teach English, my fully furnished apartment was basic: a small bedroom, a couch, a small TV with 4 channels, and whatever could fit in a refrigerator half the size of the one I had back home. No internet, no microwave, no large box stores nearby, only a tiendita and a market. It was just me, a modest kitchen, and the reality that I'd have to actually spend time preparing meals from scratch. At first, it felt like deprivation, but then something shifted. I started noticing that my neighbors, people living with even less than I had, seemed genuinely happier than anyone I knew back in the States. When one person celebrated a birthday, the whole block showed up. When someone struggled, hands reached out before they even had to ask. This wasn't some romanticized poverty. These were people who understood something fundamental that we've forgotten. Research from the University of British Columbia found that people who prioritize experiences and relationships over material possessions report significantly higher life satisfaction. But here's what the study doesn't capture. In many Latin American communities, this isn't a choice or a trend. It's just how life works. When I eat, we all eat. When you succeed, we all celebrate. Years later, when I lost my job and found myself broke and alone, I survived because Mexico had already taught me that happiness isn't hiding in a bigger refrigerator or faster internet. I'd learned to find satisfaction in cooking a good meal, in the rhythm of preparing the ingredients, in the process itself rather than just the outcome. And that's where we're really struggling right now in the U.S. I look at all the division tearing through this country. Neighbors who won't speak to each other because of political signs. Families fractured over election results. Entire communities unable to find common ground. I think about how our species survived for millennia. It wasn't through isolation or competition. It was through community, through showing up for each other, through understanding that your well-being is connected to mine. The family I found in Mexico taught me that. They extended hands when I needed them, celebrated with me in my victories, and showed me that real wealth isn't measured in appliances or convenience. It's measured in the people who show up. There's a Zulu saying, "I am because we are." Our happiness is woven together, whether we remember it or not. And maybe if we can remember that before it's too late, we'll all find our way back to what actually matters.